All right, guys, let's get started here. Let me double check something. All right, good. All right, let's get started here. So, welcome to the live session, June 25th, last week of June, end of the month. Monday is the last day of June, and then we got July. So, crazy to think about it, but we have 4th of July next week. Am I right? Yep. 4th of July next Friday. Damn. Pretty fast. I didn't even think about that. All right. So, what's going on with the markets, right? Okay, let's see here. All right. What's going on with the market? So, the market's been wishy-washy for a little while, right? We had our wave 3, which was beautiful and nice, perfect wave 3. We had our wave 4 that we banked on. And then we thought we were going into our wave 5 here on this breakout, which is above the breakout, the wave 3. Okay, so we got that breakout above that wave 3. Okay, we were kind of chopping around here. We lost it, then we got it back. And we lost it, then we got it back. And now we're going and we're pushing. So, technically, is it still wave 5? I guess so. We never really came back too far below that wave 3. We would always get it back. So, this is technically still a wave 5. What doesn't get me right is here. Could bring this up. The bearish divergence broke already, right? Bearish divergence broke, and we got a squeeze firing up. All right. So now we just got to run with the trend, right? Where's the trend going? Well, the trend is going up. So we broke through into our wave 5 category area. We're our targeting system, right? 6100, we targeted that one. We hit it then, came back down. Then we came back stronger here with the ceasefires. Okay, now we're here building a little bull flag, targeting our next target here is 6221. All right. Now, again, our previous high is 6166.50. So we're knocking right at that door. Okay. So is it okay to be, hedged right here and cautious because we might drop? Possibly, I have two different it's called contradicting views on here. So we have the bearish divergence broken, so that's bullish, right? We have that broken, that's bullish, okay? And then we're breaking on, and we're almost at all-time highs. So we break those all-time highs, that's going to be bullish as well. All right? But again, we're still here at these areas of high resistance. Previous highs, we dropped pretty hard. So are we going to pull back some here? It could be a possibility. We could pull back down at 6,100, hold that, and if it does hold that, then this could build a bull flag, set up, push it to that 62 and more. Okay? So that is a big possibility. Or we could just break through it and run through, if the market is extremely strong. All right. So, market is looking strong. The semis kind of started going that way and pushing through. And they're pushing on really strong. And when the semis are pushing strong, you got to be bullish on the overall markets because semis are basically the S&P 500 and the Qs. So when the Qs are weak, overall market's weak. When the Qs are weak, the semis are weak. Semis are overall market's weak. So with semis strong, we could have an overall strong market. Okay. So here we are knocking on that all-time highs figure, right? Previous highs, 6166. Okay. Okay, we could grab that here. We can see that previous high, 6166. We're right there knocking on that door. Okay. So this was our previous trend line. Okay. Okay, and then we had that trend line, right? And we're hitting that trend line. We're hitting those previous highs. So still got a resistance area there, but it's looking It's looking exactly like we got that resistance right there. Previous highs and previous trend line. Okay, the trend line resistance, previous highs. Okay, we build this bull flag, we fire through. You know, this could go up and down, up or down tomorrow. I would figure if it was a bull flag forming, we're gonna go down tomorrow and then set up, and then we'd go up in a couple days. So if not, this just goes straight up. You know, we don't build no bull flag here. We just go straight up. Okay. So right now, what does it look like? It looks like it's steadily staying right here, right at the 6140. And if it could stay right there and just chop tomorrow, that would be good. Also, because then it could rally on Friday. Okay, and that would be a bull flag, and that bull flag would target 62.22 and 62.50. Okay, those would be the two targets right there for this bull flag there. Okay, so that if that doesn't do anything tomorrow and we don't break this high tomorrow, then we could definitely set up and push that to that 62.50 area. All right. Now, if it does go, you know, I think we go probably to 6,200, and then we kind of have issues right there, right at that 6,200 exactly. If we do go tomorrow, because that's going to be the previous resistance trend line here, and it's gonna, or you know, we might go 62.21 and then pull back by the end of the day and close under 6,200. But you know, overall the market's looking bullish from the past, from the ceasefire. It really got in some good volume there. Pushed in on this day. We had some good volume, and then the volume has been kind of trickling down. But that's what we do like to see in a wave 5. So overall, we could still go higher, but I would still be cautious. You know, this could still be the wave 5 that we were looking for. You know, timing's not always on our time. So I would be cautious. I know the bearish divergence broke, but you know, they could always come back on the weekly here. You know, we see the RSI looks pretty fresh. It's only at 660, so it could still have a lot of room to go. So that's why I'm still overall cautious here. I do like the break of the bearish divergence. I do like us pushing. If we could push through that all-time high, I do like us going higher. But again, I still am cautious in this general zone. Okay, this general zone that I was cautious on before, I'm still going to be cautious on now. Of course, we're not going to let opportunity fade us and let us go. So yes, we are long some calls and some hedges just in case. Okay, it's better to be safe than sorry in this general area, right? We chopped around for a couple weeks, you know, pretty much for 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks, about a month of chop. You know, we had a chop up, and then chop up, and then here we are finally outside of that chop. Hopefully we get that flow. We don't want to get too comfortable though, because we could easily drop off from here out of overnight and everything. So it's being cautious still, but you know, we could see that, okay, market wants to go. So market wants to go, then we're not going to fight the market. We don't fight the trend. Okay, we're going to be cautious where we think the trend is going to end, but the trend could go longer than we think. So play it safe, be long calls, but have some hedges, especially in this areas. You know, I've been saying that for a while. You know, be hedged up in this area. You know, we could drop off. Okay, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. You know, sometimes we got a good drop, then we got a big pop, then we got a drop, and then a pop and pop. All right, so in this general area, we could still go higher. Yes, we could go 6,200, 62.21, and 62.50. Still could get those as targets. Okay, can we drop to 6,100, hold, and then go back up? Yes, most definitely. Okay. So just pay attention to volume as we go higher. As the lower the volume goes, the cautious more you want to be. All right. So let's go into SPY. All right, SPY. All right, SPY, same thing. You know, here was wave 3 breakout. We broke out of there. Okay, and then we came back to that wave 3 breakout. We lost it, then we held it on that ceasefire, and then we pushed back up, and now we're in that targeted area. Now, SPY still has the bearish divergence on it. It has not cut it off. Okay, ES has cut it off, but we will see what SPY does. So again, could be possible wave 5 still, right? So that wave 4, and then here we possibly push that into that wave 5, and then it held that wave 3, and now we're going back into that wave 5 here. And remember, I told you that wave 5 is fast, right? It's really fast and strong. So here we, rallied up, gapped up, pushed. We could push still more, right? We could push to that 113, and then it could top there. Okay, could top there, 115. 615. 615, this area here, we could still top off, right? So 613 is our previous high. 613.23 is our previous high. So we could definitely run pretty hard here, okay, and go there quickly. So we could get some calls, this week, next week, and they would probably hit. But I would still be cautious. I'd be cautious in this zone right here, this green zone here. I would still hold the long-term puts because we could easily just drop off for some reason, whatever reason the market decides. It's a possibility because we could still be in this wave 5. Okay, so I would advise, look, you could be long here, but be cautious. Okay, do not sell all the puts that you are long for next month and maybe even longer. I would say just either get calls and hedge them up with puts, or hedge your puts up with some calls, because we could still go here, we could still get higher, but I would still be cautious in the general area because this is moving pretty quickly. We were at what, 590, now we're at 608. Okay, that's a 20-point move in 2 days. So in 3 days. So that's pretty fast. So if we get another push to say 613 or 615 this week, that'd be a big, huge move fast. Okay, and then we would want to see, okay, is it going to hold, or is this actually that wave 5 we've been waiting for, and then it's gonna collapse. Okay, so just cautious on it. The markets could go higher. Okay, obviously we're breaking out. Okay, but RSI on SPY still divergence on it. Volume is okay. It's okay. Okay. So 4 hour is right on that divergence there, trying to break it. Okay, we didn't do much today at SPY, but it held. That's all that matters. It held at 606. That 606 is where we were trying to get to. We got to it a couple days ago, right here. We got to it there. Now we're above it and holding. If we're above it and holding, that's where you give that confirmation you could go higher. All right, so you're holding it like we are now. Okay, we go higher. All right, so as long as we hold 606, we go higher. Okay, we lose that 606, we'll drop off. Okay, we'll drop off. All right, so hourly does have a bearish divergence on there, but it might be over. That bearish divergence was just for today. Okay, and we held. So the RSI 50 held as well today, and we got a squeeze. So I wouldn't doubt that we go higher this week. So I think we go higher this week. 605. 610, 613. Very good possibilities. Okay. Okay. So we did put in a hammer candle today. Hanging man right there. But we always need confirmation with these kind of candles. So if we're still above 606, we're still going to go higher. If we lose 606 and we lose 605.50, then we have a good possibility we're going to drop off. Okay? Good possibility that we'll drop off. All right? So that goes the same for QQQ. Okay, QQ broke out to all-time highs today. Okay, broke out to all-time highs, but then put in a hanging man indecision candle, and it's inside of our target area. Okay, so inside of our target area, we're holding previous highs right there at 540.81. So that's previous highs. We're holding above there. That's good. As long as we hold above there, and we can push higher. Okay, so tomorrow, same thing as SPY. If we hold above this level here, 540.81, we could still go higher to 546 and maybe even 550. Okay. A lot of strong tech is happening right now. A lot of strong tech. So I would be cautious. Well, not just to be all in puts. I wouldn't be all in puts just yet. Have some calls, have some hedges as well. So you're not leaning too favored on one way or the other. Short term, I think the calls are going to do well for lottos because we're holding where we need to hold, and we could still go higher. Now, we lose 540, and then we lose 539, right? We lose 539.40. Then we have issues. Then we would do a short-term puts. Some lottos on puts. That would happen there because of the levels that we lost. I think QQQ. Let's see. QQQ still has a bearish divergence on there as well. Yeah, still has a bearish divergence on there as well. So still be cautious on that. But again, NASDAQ probably broke its. Yeah, so QQQ, I think as long as we hold 540.80, we go higher to 546, 550. And for NASDAQ has broken the bearish divergence here. So ES and NASDAQ have broken the bearish divergence on their charts and have fired a squeeze to the top. Okay. So we had hit all these levels as well. NASDAQ got stuck on our last level here at 22,474. Okay. 22,474, 475 area. All right. So again, this could be forming a bull flag here, or we could just still go straight up. If we go higher, the next target that we would be looking at would be 22,650. All right. And 22,800. All right. So if we break through that, we'll get past that 22,550, go to 22,650, 22,810. Okay. So here we are looking at this dropped here. Okay, held this consolidation and is holding up, and this one looks like it wants to go back up here to 22,500. 22,520, 22,500. It looks like this little bull flag wants to do that. If we keep rejecting here at 22,475, then we'll come back down and revisit here. 22,357. All right, so we can see that we're in a strong market here because we had that rising wedge. Okay, it fired down, and then it just got bought up. Okay, just got bought up. Whenever that happens, you're in a strong market. So we had that. This is that still possible wave 5 though. We got to keep that in mind still. But breaking the bearish divergence, I want to see it broken on SPY and QQQ as well. But breaking that, it's a good indication that we might keep still going. Okay. All right, IWM. Okay, IWM can't get past that 200 SMA. Okay, not looking as strong. Looking like it's consolidating in this general area right here. So it needs to get out. It needs to pop over this here and go higher. But that 200-day, it looks like it's pretty strong resistance here. So I see that consolidation. It needs to form up another. It needs to hold that 212, and then fold up and make that bull flag, maybe cup and handle, consolidate for a little bit, and then go. All right, DIA. DIA forming a squeeze on the daily. RSI holding that 50 pretty nicely. Okay, now that same kind of concept, it kind of made that little cup, maybe consolidate a little bit, and then it could go. It had really good volume on there, so that's good. So this could consolidate here a little bit, and then take off and go. Looks good. Overall, it looked good. But again, it could just be chop, because this was a lot of chop. Okay, that's some chop there. This is some chop there. Okay, this is all around a little bit of a range. It's a range bound chop area, but it's still chop. Okay, we get up to this area and we drop. This area we drop. This area probably it could happen that we drop again. But overall market, it does look good. I think we consolidate there for a little bit and then we go. Okay. All right, we get into some stocks here. Okay, Constellation Brands. Okay, looking like it could be a double bottom here. It has earnings coming up on next week Wednesday, so a week from today. Oh, earnings is the day before. So earnings is on Tuesday. Okay. So I mean that's going to be an earnings play. So if you think this is a double bottom, go ahead and play it. Otherwise, you're playing on hope with this one. It's a falling knife. It's a falling knife. The squeeze firing down. Rejected the 50. It's coming down. I would just wait. I would wait for the earnings, see what they say. And if it's good, great. Get in it. If it's bad, then stay away from it. You're riding on too much for the earnings. It could be a double bottom, or it could just be setting up for earnings and just drop more. Is there a bullish divergence? The RSI is a little higher, yes, but it hasn't bottomed yet, so you can't tell if it's a bullish divergence or not. It hasn't bottomed yet. It's paused, but is it bottomed? I don't think so. If it was bottom, it would have bounced here, but it bounced and then came right back down. So this one is it's anybody earnings play, and it's gonna be. I personally would wait, but if you like the stock, you could go around and play it, but I would stay away until earnings. I wouldn't play it. All right, this one for Leap, huh? Well, I'll tell you what. Just looking at this here. Just looking at this here, I think you're gonna be in this consolidation for a little while. From here, I think you're gonna be in the low 60s for a little while. I mean, look, you got a cup and handle, but you're gonna be consolidating for a little while. I mean, if you want to get a leap, sure, but there's no telling you when it's gonna take off. I would rather get it above 64, but if you want to get it right here and hold it and see if it goes, great. But otherwise, this one is I feel like this is dead money for now. I feel like this is dead money consolidation zone. If you want to get a leap, but I don't know how long you're going to be holding on to that until it goes, because that could consolidate for a while. Or at least stay in the zone between 62 and 60, 65. It's going to stay in the zones right there. Stay in those zones for a while. Okay. Okay. All right, GS, huh? All right, GS. All right, GS. All right, just like all the other rest. This could easily could have been the wave 4, and this is a wave 5 right here. It's going strong. You see how strong it's going, how fast it's going. This is all-time highs right here. So can it break it? Sure, probably break it to 680 maybe. 680 in the zone, and then I'd be cautious. I'd be very cautious anywhere near here, just in case that is a wave 5. Because remember, look at how low the volume is. The volume is low. Okay, it's low volume, and we're ripping hard. All right, so that just puts me in cautious. You know, I'm saying be long calls. That's fine, but be cautious. You know, don't get that euphoria that like everybody else is gonna get, and that I've warned you guys about. You know, maybe wave 5 didn't happen immediately. You know, maybe you guys are, oh wave 5 never gonna come, never gonna come. Maybe this is it, and then it's all get smacked after that. You know, it does. I don't know, but I'm telling you, be cautious. That's what I'm telling you. Don't get all euphoric and be like, oh, this is just buy the dip, keep buying the dip, and then you keep running and you get into this area, and then all of a sudden you get smacked. Okay, I'm telling you, you know, the markets move in patterns. Okay, they might not be the perfect patterns. They might not be exactly the same as they did before, but they're very similar. Okay, so this is our wave 3. We got that one on the dot. We got their wave 4 on the dot. Our wave 5 was very choppy, and now it's ripping. Okay, this could still be the wave 5. Okay, it never canceled. It never dropped below this low here. If it would have dropped below this low here, then that wave 5 would have been done. Okay, why? Because this was wave 4. Okay, this was wave 3. Okay, we got above that. We dropped down, got back above there, stayed above there, and then ripped up. All right. So this is still wave 5. I believe it's still wave 5. All right. And I said wave 5 is going to be long. I mean, not long. I said it's going to be fast, very fast. Okay. It might not have started off fast at all, but now it's going really fast. Okay. So you're gonna find people chasing these gap up and gains. Okay, and then as they chase, it's gonna slow, and then it's gonna drop. So enjoy the run up, enjoy it. Just don't think having a hedge is gonna hurt you, because it's not. And I would definitely have hedges here. All right, so 62.19 is the previous high. We're almost there. I think we get there to 680. Again, I would be cautious in this zone. You know, maybe we go a little higher, but I'd be cautious in this zone. I would be definitely cautious in the zone, because we could easily break our head above all-time highs, catch all the people that think, oh, this is going even farther and harder, and then immediately drop it and tank it. Okay, I've seen it happen time and time again. You could even see it on this here. We're hit here. Okay, we dip here, go get. Then we hit all-time highs here, strong, and then boom, tanks hard. All right, did the same thing, right? We chopped around here a bunch, run it, chopped around, run it, chopped around, run it, broke out to all-time highs on 2 strong candles. Then we had a doji, and then tank. Okay. So all I'm saying is be cautious. Be cautious. You know, I know the strong candles can be like, hey, I need to get in on this. Get in on it. Go ahead. Just don't get out of your hedges. Don't lose your hedges because you're losing on them. You know, that's a mistake people like to do. You get out of hedges because you're losing on them, but then once the market turns and drops hard, you wish you had your hedges again. So they're hedges for a reason. CVX. All right, CVX dropped on was it the news that Iran could buy oil from China? But I think it's still good here. That 143 is holding. This is that base that it created. So it created this base right here. This base is a strong base. Strong base. I think it's a buy right here. As long as we get back above 144, I think it's good. So it's that base right there. We're holding it. We got an indecision candle, a little doji, okay, right there. So tomorrow's green for CVX. This one's gonna trickle back up. It's gonna trickle back up. It's a buy right there. I think so. If it's below that 142.50, then I would consider it trash. But if it holds that 143.50 and gets back over that 144, I would say there you go. It's gonna go. Okay. All right, Google. Google's holding the trend line channel, so it's holding the uptrend channel. Okay, it's having some trouble right here on the 200-day and 20 SMA. So it's holding right here. Looks good so far. Looks good right there. And RSI is coming back up over 50. Looks good. I must have had some news that dropped it, but it's recovering. We're saying if it's as long as it stays above 170, I think I like it. I like it to go push. Try that 172 again. Once it breaks 172, this thing could run. Okay, there's an opportunity right there. I like that opportunity. Okay, I like that opportunity. That could be a really good opportunity. So if we break 172, we're going to start running towards that 174, 176 again. 176.50 is the new target. So good opportunity. I think it happens. 4 hour looks good. I think it happens. Squeeze firing. I think it happens. I think Google is going to be a runner this week. That's a nice one. Okay, it ran today, and then set up. Yeah, I think it's going to be a nice runner right there. I think Google, you gotta watch this one this week. Google looks good. Google looks good. Okay, MicroStrategy. Look at as simple as this. I'm gonna make it very simple. Okay, we held the support here, double bottom or double reversal. Okay, turned into a double bottom. Okay, we got above the 20 SMA and 50 SMA. That's all you need to know. We got above the 20 SMA and 50 SMA. Did we do that here? No, we barely got it here, failed. 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 Here, we got above it. Here, we held it. We pushed up. Once we break... Once we break that 395... Once we break that 395, this thing start moving towards 415. 415, 418. Okay, it looks good. It has a squeeze setting up. RSI is above 50. Look, if you don't want to hold this, if you're too worried about it's going to fall or whatnot, get out of it. But I think this is going to run. It's going to run good. It's a little volatile during the day, but it looks good like there's a setup. Okay, it's not for the faint of hearts. It's like a Tesla. It's just like a Tesla. So, so. It's just like a Tesla. You know, it's gonna run and double up your money, triple up your money, or it's gonna chop around and take all your money. Right now, it's been chopping around, taking up, but I think it's ready to go. I think this one's gonna be a nice runner. Nice runner. Once we break that 395, we should go to that 418, 420. Okay. All right, Tesla. Look at Tesla. Tesla broke out and it completely ate that whole breakout. Completely ate that whole breakout. Okay. Which this was supposed to be the wave 3. That wave 3 got canceled immediately for car sales in Europe. Which, that's exactly the reason why it broke out, was because of autopilot. Okay, the autopilot's been something that's been waiting for forever. Now, could this be a false breakdown and then it takes off running? Possibly it could. Maybe this could be a shakeout. Maybe too many people were long here and it shakes it out. It could be. But either way, that's a shit stock. It's a shit. It's acting like it doesn't know what it wants to do. It did the same thing to us here. Broke out and acted like it wanted to break out, and then fumbled up here and then took off and tanked. Right? Here we got back up, situated ourselves, rallied, okay, hit that same general area, and then completely shit itself. Okay, if you want to be bullish on this, you're not going to be bullish unless it's above 334. Okay, I said today it needs to get back above the 20 SMA, which is at 328.62, and it couldn't do that. It closed right below it. Okay, if it could possibly get back above that and try to make a move, maybe, but I'm not touching it unless it's above 334. Okay, so here we had that nice bull flag, and it wanted to go, and then it opened up and then completely fell off, and then here it hit that same level and then fell off. So it held the only good part is it held the 320.50. Held 320.50, and that's it. That's the only good part. Held 320.50, and that's it. It needs a whole 328, 328.60, 328.63, and it needs to get back above 334. Once it gets back above there, then it can make a move. But other than that, I don't even want to hear about it. It's already taken enough money. All right, here another shit stock is Baba. I don't know why people even trade this stock anymore. It's just garbage. Okay, what do you want to know about this stock? It's a bad stock. It's a bad stock to trade. It really is. It's a bad stock to trade. Here's your downtrending channel. Okay. It had a good day yesterday, and it had to completely remove that day with that bearish engulfing. So This stock is just it's a heartbreaking stock, just like Tesla is. Probably even worse. But whatever your poison is, it can't get above the RSI 50. Okay, that's a red flag. Okay, red flag number one, red flag number two. Okay, well, actually, red flag number one, it's below the RSI 50. Red flag number two, it can't get above the RSI 50. Red flag number three, it tried again and could not get above the RSI 50. So, do not think this is a good stock. I do not think that it is worth time trading it. If you could see this here, it's just not looking too well. It's not looking good. Look, I'll give you this here. If you want to, for some reason, be long this stock, if you really feel in your heart that you really want to be long this stock, then I would say I would give you the only one option that I would do, because this is the only one option I made money on this stock. Buy a 2-year leap and never look at it. Okay? Back here, I bought a 2-year leap. It rallied here. I sold it here at the highs, got out of it, never looked at it again. You want to do that? Do it. But you don't know. It's going to probably take a little while, probably 6 months to a year, maybe even more than that, for this thing to actually make you happy. So if you want to buy a leap 2 years out, and I'm serious when I say 2 years out. So if you want to do, what month is it? June 2027. You want to do June 2027, 160 calls or 170 calls. That could be a possibility that you could make 2 to 3 times your money on, but you're going to have to wait. You're going to have to wait. And I think that's the only way that you'll safely make money on Baba. Other than that, it's shit. All right. Okay. BA. BA holding that 199, consolidating, just going sideways. Okay. Again, I said if it hits that 193.25 or 194, buy it up there. Otherwise, BA right now, I'm not looking. It's not looking too well. RSI is rejecting 50. Okay, not good. Don't like that. Don't like that at all. Okay, no. Maybe if there's a bullish divergence that forms, I'll probably like it. But right now, not liking it at all. Okay, not liking it. Consolidating. It's in the consolidation zone right here. We showed this last week. It's in the consolidation zone. It's going to probably stay in there until it drops or until it pops over 205. But otherwise, this is a do not touch list right now. Do not touch list. Do not touch BA currently. Okay, you need above 206 actually to be bullish, and then you need below 198 to be bearish. All right. All right, NVO, right off the bat, doesn't look well. RSI below 50, and it's looking like a free fall, right? Just going straight down. Stochastic straight down. Okay, DMI red. Got next support till here, 64. Which don't even know if that's going to hold because of how everything looking like it's free falling. Okay, where we at? We were at 81. Now we're at 67. Okay, not holding the 50 SMA at all. Okay, didn't hold the 120 SMA went right through it. All right, I think this one still goes to 64, and you know, hopefully it holds there for some support. If it doesn't, then it's going back down to 57, and maybe at 57 you could get a double bottom. Otherwise, this one isn't looking too well. Not well at all. Okay, we had an uptrend here, and then we lost it. Gap below that 20 SMA. Yep. If we yeah, if we stay below 69, it's going to 64. Sorry about that, but that's what that's what I see. That's what I see. Okay. SMCI. All right, SMCI. One of the stocks I really do like. We have a massive squeeze on. First of all, RSI bouncing on 50. It's all green. Nice big volume on the daily. We have huge squeeze forming with the positive. Okay. Stochastics just doing nothing. Okay, DMI green. All that's good. Price action wise, we got out of this consolidation here. So we got out of this price action here on big volume today, which is good. Okay. We need a break above 47.80 in order to break towards 50 and more. But we did close above 46.10, which was crucial for today. And I'm glad we did, because this signals that we're gonna have continuation. We'll have continuation. If we hold above that 46.10, if we hold above that, let's see here, say 46.15. We hold above that 46.15, we should have continuation to go higher. Okay, we'll look at the 4 hour here. Yeah, look at the 4 hour. Okay, we see we got rejected initially, then we popped it up. Okay, we have that little bull flag forming there. That's good. Okay, and that would push us through. This bull flag here would push us through to 49. Push us through to 49. If we could get that good volume through. And it looks good. Looks good with nice volume today. We get that breakout of 4708. Get that breakout above 4708. We'll break 4780 and we'll get to 49. But main targets are 52 and 58. Okay. All right. People keep asking me about hymns. I keep saying it's too early. It's too early. It's too early. It's too early. Okay. When people were asking me back here, what about hymns? I said, get long, get long, get long, get long. It's consolidating. Get long. You don't know when it's going to go, so just get long. Okay, and that worked out for you. Okay, here, I said I didn't like it really because that cup and handle up on the upper end. But if you wanted to do it, get long it. Okay, now we drop. Okay, you have to understand that this stock has extremely high implied volatility. So you're going to get eaten alive on any short-term plays that you do. You're going to get eaten alive even like a monthly play. You're going to get eaten alive on anything, really, because it has extremely high implied volatility. Why? Because it has really big moves. Okay? So here we got that big drop. Okay, you got a squeeze firing down. You got big volume to the downside. You not holding the 50 SMA, not holding your 100 SMA. You're losing support at 42.25. Okay, you're making new lows. I said it's too late. I mean, it's too early. It's too early. It's way too early to try to get into the stock. Okay, you're trying to catch a falling knife. It's not gonna work for you. It's too early. The implied volatility is too high. You just made a huge giant move down. The implied volatility probably doubled. All right, that implied volatility is not gonna go away in 2 days. The implied volatility is gonna be there. Okay, so if you want to be paying over 100% in implied volatility, then that's crazy. Every single one of the options that is going is over 100% implied volatility. So you're paying for so much of a move, and if it doesn't move that much, guess what? You lose. So just wait, just be patient and wait. Wait till the implied volatility is down. It's over 100% right now. At least wait till the implied volatility is at like 60 to 70. Then maybe. I mean, let's see what Tesla implied volatility is at 60, 65. Great. I can deal with that. 60, 65, and that's even a pain in the ass. All right? But you go to HIMS and everything's over 100. Why do you want to play a stock that you're paying triple the amount for, and it's not going to do shit? It's too early. Just be patient. If you want to lose money that bad, just play Tesla or Baba. Okay? You don't have to play HIMS. But you wait. Take my word for it. Wait. You don't want to play a stock that is not going the direction you want, and its implied volatility is 3 times what it should be, because you're going to lose every single time. Okay? Even if you get long here, it's dropping, number one. Number two, implied volatility, when it calms down, is going to eat your profits at least one to 1.5 times. Or eat not even your profits, because you're not going to be profitable. It's going to eat your premium 1.5 times. So why even mess with this stock? It's a loser. It's set up to make you lose. So when the stock was here, right? When the stock dropped, boom down here, from here down here, the implied volatility was high, extremely high. All right? And then after it kind of consolidated, the implied volatility went down a lot. Okay? A lot. So, and then you get long here in this general area where implied volatility is no longer an issue. You get long, and then boom. Guess what? You get a rally up high, and implied volatility increases extremely a lot. So that then you get up here in the 60s from the 30s or the 20s, and now you bought these for, say, $5. Now you can sell them for $50. Why? Because the implied volatility is high, the rally's high, or even sell them for $90. I don't know how much they were, but I'm telling you, the implied volatility increases the price of an option. The move increases the price of an option. So if you're gonna do that, why jump on it right when the implied volatility is at its peak? Makes no sense. Okay, you want to jump on a stock just because you think it's gonna rally back up immediately? Doesn't work that way all the time. It works that way probably less than 10% of the time. And then you're gonna pay for all that implied volatility? No, the implied volatility is there to harm you, because the market makers say, wow, this thing just dropped 20 points. Okay, I'm going to price in a 20-point move now. But yet, the daily average move is what, $1 or $2, $2, $3? And then you're going to get priced in $20? No. I'm going to say it again. Wait. It's too early. It's too early. Can't stress that enough. If you want to risk it, go ahead, but I think it's too early. You know, but again, I'm right sometimes, I'm wrong sometimes. Maybe I'm wrong. All right. All right, let's see here. Qualcomm. Qualcomm looks good, actually. It looks good. Even though like you got to look through all the chop, but overall it's making moves up higher. It's going up, maybe down a little, but it's making higher highs and higher lows. That's what it's doing. So it's continuously making higher highs and higher lows. That looks good. I mean, obviously, it's not the best, but it's making higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. So it's the RSI is doing the same thing. So it's looking nice. It looks good. So here, I like it. I like Qualcomm. RSI bouncing on 50 nicely. Stochastic's not doing much, but it doesn't need to. Okay, here we broke the downtrend here. Okay, right on that trend line. All right, now we're here. I think this is I think this one can easily go up in the next week. Yeah, this week into next week, I think this could go up. This is an easy play for a 2 to 3 week swing, or even a July 18th swing, right? So I would say July 18th. Let me see. Where's that? Right, 158. So either 260 calls or 265 calls. Either of those would pay. Because we're getting closer and closer to a breakout, and I think within the next week, either the next 2 days, it's going to go higher to 160. By Friday, we'll be at the 200 SMA. Now, in the next week, we should be at 160 or more. Okay, the next 2 weeks, if we break out, we should be at 165, 167. All right, so I like it. QCOM, looks good. Okay. All right, SSL. Okay. What does this stock do? It's materials operates chemical international batteries. All right, so it does a bunch of material. Stock doesn't look the greatest. Okay. Okay. Oh, great. All right. So it doesn't look the greatest. RSI below 50. Either one or two things are going to happen. It's going to hold 4.4. It's going to hold there, and then it'll bounce up, and it's going to consolidate in the zone, this dollar zone. And this is going to be the right smack in the middle of the zone. Right here. Right there. It's going to be right smack in the middle of the zone. Okay. Or it's going to drop all the way to this moving average here and then bounce back up to the 404. So it's going to either gap fill here. So gap fill here and hit these moving averages and bounce back up. And then it's going to consolidate here, consolidate. But, I mean, I think it goes lower to the gap fill because RSI is below 50. Stochastics are dropping. Strong volume to the downside. buyers are not in sight. I don't see it very strong here. Maybe at the end of the day here, it held at 4.4. But that's because the RSI was at 26. It's pretty low. Stochastics. Stochastics look like it's turning around. So it could bounce here at 4.4. But again, if it doesn't, is that during the day or is that after hours? That's after hours. So that doesn't count. So that doesn't count because we don't know if that's real or not. So I wouldn't count that. I wouldn't count that at all. So again, I think either gap fill or bounces at 4.4, but either way, this is dead money right here. So I don't understand. Let's see. Okay, options, you can't really even buy options on this. Options, options here. Can't really buy options, really. I mean, you can, but I mean, what options do you have? Not too many. So if you're just buying the stock and selling it, I would look to buy it here for 413 area. But if it holds 4.4, yeah, you could bounce back to this zone right here, but it's gonna be a minute. It's not gonna go straight up. You got that resistance. So it's gonna be a mission. But overall, would I long the stock here? Probably not. That's just my personal opinion. All right. RGTI. All right. So let's clear all this out. All right. So these stocks right here, all of the quantum computing stocks, the RGTI, the QTBS, the QUBT, they're all long. Like, you want to buy these and forget about them. You don't want to trade these. You want to buy them and forget about them. Okay? They're not stocks to be traded. They're stocks to invest in. All right? And if you don't know the difference, a stock you trade moves up and down a lot in very big ways, like a Tesla, like a NVIDIA, like a SPY, QQQ. They move up and down in very big ways. So we could trade those stocks because we're going to have movement. Stocks like these, you want to buy leaps on them or buy the shares of the stock. You don't want to trade these stocks because, sometimes you'll have big moves, but the majority of it, it's consolidation. It's just consolidation. So this is no difference. I have leaps on this, and I'm not even looking at it. For what? It's a long-term play. This is consolidating. For how many since 2004 been in this consolidation? So a year and some. But is it a good play? Yeah, it's a good play for long term. Why? Because it's gonna end up breaking out. We got long at around 8 or 9. It went to 15. Okay. All right, now it's right smack in the middle. So here's the middle. Right there, 1050. It's the middle. We're right there at 11. All right. So we're at the upper range, right? We got the lower range. We got the upper range. We're right here at the middle range. Okay. What does it look like? It looks like it's a long-term play. That's what it looks like. What's it gonna do tomorrow, next week? It really doesn't matter. It's a long-term play. RSI is rejecting 50. That's not good. Stochastics is coming up. See, these are conflicting. They're conflicting. Again, I feel like if you want to play these types of stock, the RGTIs, the QUBTs, the QTSB or QTBS, all these quantum computing, you have to buy long and hold them, and that's it. These aren't ones to just play because they're gonna chop you to pieces. If you wanna play lottos on these, or play short term plays like a week or two out, they're gonna chop you to pieces. They're gonna chop you to pieces, unless you see or know that some event is happening on the stock, right? It has a descending triangle, but it's weak. If you know that the stock is gonna do something, has an event or something, maybe play then. But overall, it's just a long-term play. You want to get long it, be long it for a year out or more. Okay, if you want to own it, buy the stock. Buy it. It's cheap. We got in at $8. Okay, now it's 11. Okay, you could get in at 11 still. The high was 21. It's gonna break that high one day. Not today, not tomorrow, not next month. It's gonna break it one day though. Okay, it's an investment. These are investment, right? These stocks, these quantum computing is not for a while. We don't have the energy. We don't have the energy to produce quantum computers like that. Okay, it takes too much energy to use quantum computers. We don't have that capacity of the energy type to use. So this is an investment. Okay, it's an investment, not a stock to trade. Okay. Do I like the stock overall? Long term, love it. I own it. Do I want to trade this? No, I'll go crazy. I'll go crazy trading this stock. Okay, it might have some like nice days. Yeah, definitely nice days. Huge days, but overall, a lot of chop. A lot of chop. Okay. A lot of chop. That's how they get you too. They'll have a huge day and then they'll take it away and chop you to pieces. Huge day, chop you to pieces. Huge day, chop you. Huge day, chop you. Huge day, chop you. Chop you, chop you, chop you. So if you're not getting in those huge days, then you're going to get chopped to pieces. So you either get in those huge days and jump in when it's happening, or don't even bother. Okay. Okay. All right, let's see. What is this? D Pro. Okay. All right, so positives that I'm seeing right here on the weekly. RSI is above 50. Okay, squeeze forming. All right, has a little bull flag, but it's looking. It looks decent. I just don't like that big rejection here, right under that 333, which is the mid level. Okay, going into the daily. Okay, we have another positive. We have holding the RSI 50. Okay, big volume on here, but looks like this stock has a lot of gaps. Okay, well, it's under $5, so it's considered a penny stock. So that all the gaps make sense. Penny stocks usually have a lot of gaps, a lot of big moves and gaps. So here we did run up high, rejected, dropped here, and this stock, what does this do? Industrial, so cutting edge unmanned remote collections and analysts. Canada. Quadcopters, fixed wings aircraft, ground based robotics. Okay. Well, software. Okay. All right. So overall, it looks decent. I'm not saying it looks good. It looks decent. It looks decent. But again, it likes to chop around. It already made a big move. Whenever something makes a big move, you're going to chop around. It doesn't matter. You're going to chop around. It made a huge move. Dropped. Okay, it's chopping around here. Okay, we have a lot of consolidation in this zone right here. We got a lot of consolidation right here. A lot of consolidation there. So, I mean, unless you get past 333, because that's a big level right there, 333. You get past 333, then you could start moving towards 390. At 390, 4. We got 450, and then 480. But you got to get past that 333 before. Does it have a bull flag? It does. Has a bull flag on the weekly. Has a bull flag on the daily. RSIs are above 50. But again, it's just risky. I would say this would be a long-term play as well. You know, all these consolidation stocks that have these big moves and pull back, they're going to be in long plays. Okay. Meta. All right. Meta. Everyone asking, what about Meta? Meta. All right. Well, here, let's talk about Meta. All right. So Meta rallied up to the previous highs right here. Right, that's previous high is 740. Okay. All right, 740.91. This is a previous support area there. All right, so Meta. Okay, Meta had the bearish divergence on there. Broke it. Was it yesterday? Broke it yesterday. But let's check it out. Okay. All right, so the high is 708.87. Okay, 708.87. Okay. So we broke out from the previous high. Okay, bullish Harami confirmation. Okay, broke out from the previous high of 708.87. Okay, now here's the kicker, right? Here's the kicker on Meta. It closed below 708.87. So we broke out above there, and we closed at 713. Oh wait, no, we closed at 712. Okay, now today we gapped up and we sold off and closed below 708.87. Okay, we closed at 708.68. Okay, now what does that mean? Well, it means that we could have a fake breakout. It depends on what we do tomorrow. If we have a fake breakout, then we come back down here to 698. Okay, 699, I guess. 699, gap fill. Okay. And then we're back inside this consolidation. And if we had that fake breakout, then that's weak, and we could come back in and sell off. Now, if we get back over 708.81 tomorrow and 710, then that just means it's still a weak breakout, but it's holding now. Of tomorrow, it could do that. All right. So, it's kind of at that point where it's like, okay, Meta looked strong yesterday and the day before, Monday and Tuesday. Now it's looking weak. Okay, it dropped off below the breakout. Okay, now you gotta wait for tomorrow. So if it's down tomorrow, it's gonna keep going down. If it's up tomorrow or holding above 708.88, 710. Then it's possibly going to hold that, and it's going to go higher, and the market's going to go higher overall. And that's that. Netflix. Netflix hit my target today, 12.97. Okay, it hit 12.98, and came back down a little bit. Looks like it's tired. Okay, we're gonna have to see tomorrow. Another one that we're gonna have to see tomorrow. If it drops lower than 1273.81, then it's gonna come back down to 1266, 1260 area. Let's say 1260 area. Okay, it's gonna come down to 1260. Okay, and then that's gonna have to hold. That's gonna have to hold if this is gonna be a bull flag. Okay, if it keeps selling off, then this bearish divergence here is gonna remain. Okay. So if it keeps selling, if it sells off, and because it's already pointing down, okay, just like this, okay, if it keeps selling off, this is going to come back under, and that's going to be a bearish divergence still, and it's going to still have opportunity to drop. Now, if it holds that 1260, then it's going to set up a bull flag to end up going higher. And if that happens, let's see here. This is going to be the channel. That's going to be the channel, and then it's going to set up. And go higher. Okay, there's a channel. Okay, if it holds that 1260, okay, it's going to set up and then make room in the channel and then go higher. Okay. All right, GLD, told you guys this last time. It's going to go sideways. I told you that last time. Told you guys that every time. It's going to go sideways. It's going to consolidate in here for a while. Gold's already 3,000. It's GC's at $3,000 an ounce. Gold is going to, or maybe it's more than that. Let's see here. Yeah, it's 33.44. And it's not gonna go higher right now. I'm telling you right now, this is dead money right here. It's gonna go sideways. It's gonna continue going sideways. It might fluctuate between the upper box and the lower box, but it's gonna stay in this general area. This is dead money right now. Dead money. So I mean, if you want to play the bottoms and the tops of this, go right ahead, but gold is dead money right now. It's going sideways. It's going to keep going sideways. It's going to go sideways for a very long time. Okay, it's already been going sideways for a while. But this price action, it's going to keep going sideways. It's going to keep going sideways until this is back to 50. And then maybe it does something, but otherwise, you're just gonna play up and down here because this is gonna go sideways. Sideways action there. All right, Pepsi is been chopping around here. Okay, it had a good day yesterday. Sold off hard today. Okay, it held this low. Okay, it did make a newer low, but it held this area. So as long as we still hold this and we don't make a lower low than today, we get back above 128 and we go higher, we're going to get back over that 129. Okay, this is a very choppy area, but I mean, this is generally the bottom right here. That's generally the bottom. It held that. Okay, The bullish divergence keeps breaking and coming back. So we're right at that 50 area. So, maybe that's why it came back down. But we'll see if it comes back up tomorrow. If it doesn't, get out. Get out. If we break that 127.50 or 127.60, we'll get out. You get out immediately. Because it's going to take down. We got a huge squeeze on it, and it keeps switching from red to green. So it's just consolidation still right now. No direction. So if we pop back up, then we pop back up. I think it goes go pop back up though. I think it goes pop back up. Let's see, there's good calls for the swings. Yeah, I think it pops back up tomorrow and Friday. I think this one pops back up tomorrow and Friday. But again, it loses at 127.60. Get out. Okay. PhD here. Okay, so PAC, whatever this is, some kind of airport or something like that. I don't know, what is that? Let's see. It's together subsidiary operates managed airports in Mexico and Jamaica. Yeah. So it's an airport management company. All right. So 216 is a very strong support area. Okay, we can see it holding here. It's holding here. Obviously, we got a downtrend right here. Okay. You need to hold that 216. Okay, I think that this is gonna. If you do hold that 216, I feel like you're gonna consolidate in between this 216 and 240. It's a big area to consolidate. The monthly chart is showing me that it's probably gonna consolidate. The weekly chart is showing me that's probably gonna consolidate. And it's a big consolidation zone. And the mid-level is going to be right smack where your 20 SMA is. So it's actually a little lower right there. So you're going to probably consolidate in between here. And you can see this area here. It did the same thing too. So I think you're going to stay in this area zone right here. We're going to hit the 50 right now, so you're going to see if you reject that or if it comes up. If it does come up above the 50 on the RSI, then we're going to go to 229, okay? And then you're going to see if you reject that or hold that, okay? And you'll see if you reject that or hold that, okay, consolidate in there. And, yeah, this one, what I don't like is... I don't like that it's straight up and straight down, but if this could consolidate for a little bit, it's going to cancel that straight up, straight down level. Okay, but it's probably going to consolidate. This is going to go lower. Yeah, this one, it's going to need time. This one needs time. This one's not ready yet. It might go up here. Don't get me wrong. You might get like $5 move, but otherwise, I don't see anything other than that. I don't see anything other than that. Let's see here. All right. Yes, Space Mobile, huh? Looks like I did work on this before, but I don't remember what it is. Space Mobile, huh? What is that? Communication services. Space Mobile. I said Space Mobile. Space Mobile. Okay, communications. Okay. All right, so it's a telephone company. Okay, so it's a cell phone company. All right. Well, what's that one with the bird? Chirp, chirp. Can you hear me now? Okay. Where you at? Chirp, chirp. Boost Mobile. There you go. But this is Space Mobile. That's been Space Mobile. It's hilarious. All right. All right, Space Mobile. I would say it's like that. All right, Space Mobile has a nice uptrend. Problem is it's overheating. It's overheating. Not necessarily a bad thing. You know, it's overheating, but the only thing what I recognize when it overheats like this, and it's at 87 high here, we could go higher. We could go higher, but this is gonna form a bearish divergence like this. It's gonna form one of these twin peaks or triple peaks. You know, it's any form of bearish divergence. So we can still go higher to 57 and maybe even 61. But it's going to form a bearish divergence. You know, this is already telling me right now. This is already telling me right here. See how this one's already peaked out? And we got that blue line crossed over. That's already telling me that we're setting up. It's tired. It's tired. It's tired. It's tired, and it's setting up for bearish divergence. So we could definitely build this bull flag and go higher to these targets, but I would be cautious near here because it's setting up for bearish divergence, and it's setting up for over exhaustion to drop. So it could still go higher. 57. I mean, that's still a good move. $7 and $10. But again, be cautious in that zone because I think it's setting up a bearish divergence. All right. So nice move though, from $20 to $50. That's a big giant move. Space. It's going to space. All right. Space Mobile. All right. J&J. J&J. All right, J&J. Nothing stands out to me right here. Got to be honest. Nothing's shooting out to me like it's going to do something. You know, I've looked at this a couple of times last week, this week, and nothing stands out to me. It looks like it's going sideways consolidation. No real big moves. Doesn't look entertaining to me. Doesn't look good to me. Doesn't look attractive to me. Doesn't look sexy to me at all. So, you know, I like something that looks like it's, you know, about to break out, has a pattern. This is just up, down consolidation, sideways action. Nothing. I wouldn't want to put my money in this. It just doesn't look attractive. You know, you got a hard sell off with a little bounce. Okay, our side's not at 50 yet. We could go a little higher, maybe to 153. That's like $1 up. But it just doesn't look attractive to me. Nothing. It doesn't look good. It doesn't look good at all. It looks like it's dead money. I mean, I wish I could say something better, but it just doesn't look good to me. and that could be because of a lot of things. It could be it's waiting for news on political stuff. You know, it has a lot. Johnson does a lot of prescription stuff, a lot of medical stuff. You know, if it's maybe it's trying to see how badly it's going to be affected by that. I don't know, but right now, does it look attractive at all? No. Does it look like it's going to do anything at all? No. Could I be wrong? 100%. 100% I could be wrong. Maybe tomorrow it just shoots up like $1 million. But right now, it doesn't look anything, no pattern, no setup, no anything that just screams at me I need to get in. It just, nothing. Nothing. Uh-oh. Okay. What is next here? Coin? Is that what we're doing? All right. Let's jump in there. Computer's frozen, or what the fuck's going on? Okay. All right. So coin, I had okay. I had a target at 360.50, and it hit that today. Okay, new 52-week high. All right. New 52-week high. Yeah, new 252-week high. But okay, that high is 349.75. Okay. All right. So all-time high is 429. 429. Okay. All right. So here's my issue with coin. This is why I sold all of it today. Got out of it because it's mine. We made killer money on that. For those of you who got the leaps and the longs, coin just I was preaching coin for how long? For a couple months. People were upset at me. Coin ain't doing shit. Well, if you got those leaps and you got those longs, then guess what? You fucking happy camper. That's what. Because those ones hit hard. Like 9-10 times your 9-10 times your return. Okay. Indecision candle on the daily. Right at 52-week high and right at my target of 360.50. All right. That, and after running up 4 days. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days. Running up. This could count as 1 day. It's the same day, pretty much same action. So 1, 2, 3, 4 days up. Exhaustion candle at a area of resistance because it's 52-week high. I was like, okay, this should pull back either to 340 or 320. And let me fix that. 320. Okay. 320. All right. So that's my reasoning. Even though it's strong, exhaustion candle. Okay, it's exhausted. Okay, RSI. Where's RSI at? 78. That's pretty high. It's not the craziest, but it's high. 78. Let's see, where are we at? Okay, so here's previous. No, that's not previous. Here's previous high. 350. So previous 52-week. Okay, and we'll just do that one. Beige. All right, previous 52 week here. Okay, we held it. Okay, that's fine. All right, so I'll just let it straight up like this. So if it holds up above 350, 37, if it holds up above that, the previous high, then we could continue on to 360, 380. Okay, and possibly 405. All right, and if it does that, I wouldn't mind getting some longs to 400, 430, because it's any break all-time highs at 429. All right, but one thing I don't like about candles like this, where we're at our previous high, 349.50, right? We're at 350. We're at our previous high, and then we get right above it, and then we start feeling exhausted. That's a big no-no to me. That means that we're either going to get back down under, or we're going to open up and sell off. So I'd rather be out of it, get away from it, and then come back. If it holds and continues going, I'll get back in it. No big deal. I'd rather take that risk off the table than just be in it and take that huge risk of selling off. No thanks. All right, so there you go. Above 350, bullish. Below 350, bearish to 320. And then I'll buy it again there. Yeah, 320 is a good one. All right. Okay. All right, what's next? Circle? Okay. All right, Circle. Okay, Circle's a stock that just started. Okay, just started and just had options on it. Just got options on it like maybe, a week ago, 2 weeks ago? Options just started on it. All right. So here, we rallied up from $64 all the way to $300, basically. Topped out at 300. I kind of figured we were going to top out here. My target was 265. Anyone's in the chat or the Discord with me, they know we made some money on this one. And then we got out pretty good because we didn't have any of the downside risk. But now the support was 202.50. Okay, we're below 202.50 right now. We're at 198. If we stay below 202.50, okay, let's fix that. 202.50. Let's just do that. Okay, 202.50. If we stay below 202.50, we should be going at 180. And then the next target is 142, and then there's gap fill right here at 150 or 133. 134 actually, 134.72. So 134.72, 134.72. It's gonna be gap fill on the daily. Okay, there's a gap. All right. So let's see here. Let's go to the 4 hour, and then we could see what's the business. All right. So 4 hour, we could see RSI below 50, rejected that 50 as well. Squeeze firing down. Stochastics in the turnaround zone, but not turning around just yet. Okay. Okay. All right. We got a downtrend here. Okay. Looks good. Looks good. Downtrend. Looks good. All right. Let's go for 1 hour. 1 hour here. Okay. So here we got some support here. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Oops. All right. So we got some at 213. We have some support from the previous. Okay, we saw that we couldn't hold that. 202.50. We saw that we lost that. Okay, and we're kind of like straggling right around there. All right, as long as we don't get back above 202.50 and 213 especially, we go to 180. and then we go to 165, and then we go to 148 and 142 and 134. Okay. Let's see. RSI. Let's see. We I don't want to say it's a bullish divergence. It's just holding that 28 level. Okay, so it's kind of a divergence. Okay, but we're gonna see. We're gonna see if that pans out or not. But if this thing drops down back to 140, 150 area, I say I would be a buyer at 150. I'd be a buyer there. I'd be a buyer in this general area. But again, this is exactly like HIMS. Like all the implied volatility, over 100%, over 100%. So I would everything's over 100%, over 100%. So I'd be cautious because we're all of these options getting long are over 100%. But again, this thing moves fast. It drops fast. I wouldn't be surprised if we drop to 150 fast, 165 fast, and then maybe consolidate a little, and then we head back up towards that 200 area and stay above in that 200 area. So I like it. I like it for a drop, and then I like it for a long. But I think that coin is going to Circle is gonna do well on the downside and then do well on the upside. Okay. Okay. All right. Take a look at Bitcoin. All right, Bitcoin. It's squeeze setting up. Looks like Bitcoin's gonna want to run. Okay, that's gonna be good for all the crypto stuff. Even Circle. It's gonna be good for Circle. All right. So all that's gonna be good for Baba. Fucking Baba. For MicroStrategy, and this is nice. It's nice. So I'm looking at that. Let's see here. What I do will be. Is it what is that? What do I have? What do I have here? Oh, here we go. So IBIT. So this one is looking good for longs. I'm gonna get into some longs tomorrow for this one to 70 plus. So I'm gonna be jumping into those. Nice squeeze. RSI holding 50 very nicely. Looking like it's gonna go higher. I like it. All right. So I like that. I like those stuff. Okay. All right, guys. That's all I got for you guys today. You guys have a good night. I'll see you guys next time.